We're back, and it's day number
24. Happy Christmas Eve. It's day 24, and we are super excited about this last entry in the calendar. Smokey Bill, what do we got?
It's coming from Old Elk.
The Old Elk Infinity Blend. Now, this is a blend. These occur periodically. This is the 2022 blend. So if you went to your stores today, you wouldn't find this one exactly. If you went to research it on the Old Elk website, like I did, you wouldn't find this one. You'd find a cousin to this one. But let's tell you what is in this. So no age statement on this because it's a blend. I'm an old man. 10% 2021 Infinity Blend. That's how they get to call it Infinity Blend. They keep blending it forward, so it's there forever.
They take their best stuff and they just keep.
Yeah.
Then we got 15% Old Elk Straight Bourbon Whiskey, aged 7 years. 8% Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, aged 13 years. 5% Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, aged 12 years. And 52% Old Elk Straight Wheat Whiskey, aged 7 years. And if those don't add up to 100%, buy your own bottle, and I need better glasses.
So here's the thing about Old Elk. And first of all, I didn't know anything about them. And Greg had it in the calendar, I think a year or two ago. He had one in. And I'm like, you see them on the shelf, and you're like, okay, whatever. And then Greg had it. But then I talked, so I'm going to condense this, but Greg knows the distiller, the master distiller at Old Elk, Greg Metz, who
Greg Metz.
No. It's just he didn't. Greg did meet Greg Metz.
Okay,
but that's
who's on
now.
first?
Now I'm confused.
Third base.
Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, and I think they met somewhere, and he also gifted him some things. But he's what got me on to that. And this Greg Metz started at Seagram's in Indiana, I believe it was. Went to MGP. Was the distiller of the year in 2016. Don't check my facts. Just leave me alone.
Close enough.
Yeah, and then moved over and started his own thing at Old Elk. So he is known for his stuff.
Yeah.
I love his juice, and I cannot wait for this.
So this stuff is out of Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yeah.
And this distillery was founded in the young age of 2013. So look, 10 years old as a brand, and I have 5 Old Elk bottles on my shelf probably, and I love all of them, but this one,
what are you getting on
the
those?
top.
So let me finish off the little.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
No, I can go on and on, but
we know.
So he's in Colorado now. He lives in Cincinnati. Went to UC Tyler, and
son-in-law,
son-in-law, and Marissa.
For the 197 of you that don't know who Tyler is,
Tyler,
There's
so
no
he went to
Tyler,
UC.
Ohio. What's he talking
So he's a Cincy guy. So anyhow, but now he's in Fort Collins and
Tyler's in Pittsburgh.
This guy, Greg Metz.
Okay,
so
we got the AFC North covered.
Do we?
It's so good. Like,
Baltimore?
I hope you're enjoying the aromas that this thing puts off. And look, a couple other quick facts. So this is the most expensive bottle in the calendar, $150, 57.05 horsepower, 114 proof. It doesn't smell like it. It does not.
And I will say, if you see it, buy it.
Absolutely.
And it comes in a cool package if you have a shelf or whatever. But
I will say on the packaging for Old Elk. So Old Elk is one of those that always look good on your shelves. The topper looks good. The design looks good.
The top is
everything
ridiculous.
Looks good. And I know that doesn't, play into, the actual whiskey itself.
Yeah.
However, it does look good on your shelf. It feels good to have. I think it's a good
buy.
buy.
Like an elk horn.
Yeah.
It's like an elk horn.
Yeah.
I put this into the details matter kind of whole idea of like how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
They thought about everything from the shape of the bottle
so
to the
this
top.
is,
to everything.
let's just go in, man.
Yeah. We didn't talk about the nose.
Well, the nose, you guys go in.
I just want to go in.
All right.
I mean, the nose for me is, I actually do get a lot of your cherry, and I get, I get a little bit of fruit forward.
Yes.
I guess it depends on which blend you end up getting.
I get the heat. Did you give the proof?
114 proof. It does not. So look, 3 days ago or 15 minutes, we did that Elijah Craig that was 124 proof, so 10 points higher, 5% more. That felt like, now maybe that because that was our first one of the night.
You knew it was coming.
That might have been because it was our first one,
Yeah.
but this is so much smoother.
This is smooth, but it has a little more of a finish and a little more of a mouthfeel where it's there and it's living as you drink it. It's staying with you. It's not just a short finish. It does stay with you, and it has that oily feel that sticks around.
Yeah.
So taste it, guys. It is.
Look, I don't know. I feel like, I don't want to say hubba bubba, but I feel like on the finish, I'm getting a little bit of that
brown sugar. I get brown sugar.
That's sweet.
It's a sweet dessert. Brown sugar, a little vanilla, maybe a tiramisu that you had on one of them, or creme brulee, one of the dessert things.
Well, those are very different.
Yeah, I know.
I think you meant creme brulee.
The one that was sweeter.
Fancy dessert. One of the
fancier desserts.
Yeah, I think you get more of the creme brulee because it's like the charred crust. It's the, it's the vanilla underneath. That is, and it kind of sticks with you. I don't get like a coffee note or a chocolate or anything like that. I think it's very, very sweet vanilla.
This is
the brown sugar that goes along with it.
Yeah,
and the reason I didn't care to think of my favorites is I knew this was coming.
Yeah,
this goes right to the top.
And thank you, Greg, for kind of like ramping us up.
Yes,
we kind of keep moving people out of the way, and then. Yes, we're here.
Absolutely. It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
This is the best. This is the best gift to open on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, man. Like, it's amazing.
Right?
Still your word.
Yeah. You got any shout outs for us?
Yeah. All right. This is long enough for us. I do have shout outs. I have a shout out for Annie and Greg. We love you guys to death. Hope you're getting better. Both of you. Hope the holidays dial back a bit for you. Thank you for all that you've done for this calendar and us.
Yeah.
And you're amazing people. And I'm going to pass it over.
Yeah, look, for me, as a guy who was just kind of barely a bourbon guy 1 year ago, the calendar opened up my world, literally. And I thank you for that because it drives you to experience things you wouldn't do on your own. It's very low risk. It's a lot of fun, and you make, as the song says, I drink with friends or total strangers. So, we've become really good friends over the last year as we've done this together and drunk way too much together.
There's been moments.
Well, and I would say, as far as the calendar goes and everything that it's opened me up to, I mean, I was a bourbon guy originally, and now, it got me into Irish, and I love the Irish. And
wouldn't touch smoke. Wouldn't touch smoke.
And now, I'm living in the smoke. That's all I'm doing. But it's also brought me closer, not only with you guys, but my dad. That's the real big bill in my world. He is in the calendar. He's tasting tonight as well.
Shutting them out. And his boys.
He had a day. He had a day in day 4. Dad and I had a guy.
Oh yeah, he did. The shrimp got.
We got a shout out.
I got a shout out too.
That's right. I was the only one, Greggy. What the heck?
That's right.
We gave you 4 episodes.
I know.
So, but anyway, it's opened up the palate and it's changed things, and I look forward to what is coming because I know there's going to be further change and there's going to be other things. So
let me just say this before we finish and do our love thing, is that you guys that are in this for the first time don't know what you have experienced because Greg puts a lot of time and effort and research and money and all of it that to get this in your calendar, the Infinity Blend and
big deal.
Many things other than that is a big deal.
Yep.
So it's not easy, man. This is not just 5 people he's buying them for, man. This is 90 plus.
All right.
So
thanks to Greg and Annie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy
Cheers, boys.
Christmas Eve. Happy holidays from the Killer Bees. We're glad to step up and try to finish off the calendar. And we will see yins when we see yins. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
When the money's running low and the bar is closing, we'll just head on down the road where the spirit's flowing. When all the whiskey's gone,